Well, we just came from a walk. It has been such a busy. I got up this morning and I prepared lima beans and I bought the chicken broth that you have to pour from the. So I put some of the chicken broth in the lima beans because I couldn't find any seasoning meat. So, but they turned out really nice. And of course, I stewed some chicken wings. Whenever I feel like we're going to run out of food, I always try to have stewed chicken wings as a staple. So I talked to a friend of mine. We had not been connected for about 15 or 20 years. And my son had got in some trouble. And I knew she thought highly of him. So I found her on LinkedIn. And I began to communicate with her. And she began to prophesy to me. Oh my goodness. She told me the only reason my son was still alive was because he was in the situation he was in. Look at the school bus. That's the school bus. So I just thank God, for God moves in mysterious ways. And we were talking. She has told me this once before that if you get out of God's way, oh my God, a lot of times we as parents we try to protect our children from everything. And we really can't protect them from everything, but a good mother is going to try, you know. But sometimes you just have to surrender them to God because you've done all you can do. And sometimes, children have to find out things on their own because if they would just listen to you and to your advice and your accounts, oh God, Satan, then they wouldn't have to make some of the mistakes and some of the errors that they make. But, you know, a lesson that you learn on your own is a lesson you'll never forget. But I do pray that God will forgive me because you can bring generational curses on your family when you're rebellious yourself. And I have been rebellious because a lot of times people don't realize that when God is calling you to preach or God is calling you to minister and you're running from that calling, you're actually in a spirit of rebellion yourself. And I found out that since I yielded to the Lord, I become ordained as a minister. I'm not so much looking at a pulpit per se. I'm using this platform as a means of communicating with people. But I try to tell people the truth. And one of the most awesome things God shared with me was He gave me a dream about 3 years ago. And He said, "You're living holy." By living holy, oh, I can tell you, I can give you a testimony. It'll sound like a Pharisee, but I haven't drank any beer since 1976. I haven't used any drugs, ooh, Satan, like marijuana since 1976. So, and I've been, okay, go bring your toy that you want. But that sounds like a Pharisee uh, testimony because that's saying what I haven't done, but that's not saying what I have done. You see what I'm saying? So God wants to be glorified. So He gave me a dream. And in the dream, He said, "You're living holy, but you have some ways I'm not pleased with." Oh my God. And so some of the ways that I had was I was very bitter. Some of the ways that I had, I was very proud, very